welcome to Development, and this is my 169th weekly update. As you may recall, last week I believe I talked about my minor, I guess you would call it acute injury. Something happened to my shins a couple weeks ago while I was squatting, and essentially I just went too low. That's my ruling on the subject. And it stretched something out to the point where it did not want to be stretched, and it hurt. It hurt to the point where I couldn't get out of a chair, like unassisted, because the pain of my knee going from here to a then, extension hurt so much. And this is one of those few injuries where rest is the proper procedure. Normally I would argue for basically continuing to train and using the muscle in the way it's supposed to be used, i.e. if you tear your hamstring, you should go back to deadlifting, squatting, walking, all that stuff as quickly as possible. Now I'm talking specifically about relatively acute injuries or rehab. If you completely tear a tendon, it's detached and it needs to get surgically repaired, you should obviously have it surgically repaired first. But after that, I start to disagree with the physical therapists on how they tend to rehab injuries. Say you have a shoulder injury, they don't want you pressing, they don't want you doing anything except, raising your arm, slowly with a one arm, with a 1 pound dumbbell. Or even sometimes just putting your hand on something flat and then just squatting down to force it into the proper position. Whereas me, I would have you practice pressing overhead as quickly as possible to reincorporate that pattern in as quickly as possible. That way it doesn't heal, stuck. Obviously, not pushing a lot of weight. All that to say, I'm no fucking expert. And all that to once again reiterate, the injury that I have suffered is one of the ones where rest is what is helping it the most. Squatting seems to exacerbate it. Deadlifting doesn't seem to tear it up too much, although that initial pull from the ground, I definitely do feel it a little bit. But if I deadlift first and then squat, it's not so bad. If I squat first and then deadlift, not only am I tired, but I then can't really dig deep and push off that floor for that initial break as much after I'm already pre-exhausted. So it is what it is. I've been just focused on benching this whole program anyway. I'm trying to get to 300 by the end of the year. I basically have like a week, 2 weeks to get there, and it's close. It's close. I'm really close. I don't want to show my cards or whatever, but basically in January it's going to be close. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, it's going to be close. But soon I will be joining that club where I'm in the 300 pounds for benching, which is just crazy to think. I never thought I'd be there. So I'm excited. Training this week, other than this whole shin shit going on, has actually been going pretty okay. Had a killer back workout yesterday, and then earlier in the week did do a squat deadlift session, but we did deadlifts first and then squats, which worked out better for me. And I basically forced myself to do some heavier squats. And it was kind of funny when I went for like a 350, it was almost rough. And then when I went for like a 365, it kind of flew out of the bottom, like I was squatting lighter weight. So, still hurt though. Definitely hurt. I mean, it was like squatted it up, and then once I racked the bar, I kind of had to hobble out of it because the shin hurts so much. So, gonna see how everything else turns out tonight. And I look forward to hitting some PRs in the new year when I am 100%, maybe not 100%. I don't think I'm ever 100% healed, but when I'm closer to 90 on the upswing. Looking forward to some new PRs. Also looking forward to getting some new videos out in the new year. I've been slowly recording a few of them. It takes time to edit these things, as you may or may not know. But once I get them all edited and uploaded, I will start to slowly release them. And hopefully people like them. I hope people like them. And if they don't, or if you don't, then what's your excuse?